Good afternoon, YouTube. Look of Love here. And today I just wanted to share um, this picture. I was watching my friend Manny's video earlier, which I really enjoyed, but I noticed there was something missing and I wanted to make it right. So, Manny, I hope you don't mind, but it's her hat. Her hat was missing, and there it is. Okay, so that's the icebreaker for today. What else do we have going on? Okay, well, I came across this survey. It's called Questions for Nibiru Believers. I don't know, should we just go through the questions together? Kind of piqued my interest. Questions for Nibiru Believers. What is Nibiru? Is it a comet, a planet, a brown dwarf, a star, or a giant spaceship? Well, duh! Nibiru is a brown dwarf planet star giant spaceship that follows behind a comet. Next question. The nature of Nibiru should give us an idea about its size, mass, and luminosity. Where is it in the sky? Which direction should we look in? What are Nibiru's current celestial coordinates? Okay, which direction you should look in? You should look in every freaking direction, because one day it's in the south, and then it's in the north, and then it's in the east, and then it's in the west, and then it's in both. And then it's in all of them. So just look in all directions just to be safe, and you're bound not to miss it. Its current celestial coordinates? Up your ass. Next question. Anyone who has found Nibiru should report its celestial coordinates to the Minor Planet Center. Why? So they could get all the credit? After which it will be confirmed and given official designation. I designate it officially up your ass. Question 3. What evidence claims about Nibiru are based on? Has anyone been observing it and calculating its physical or orbital parameters? Why, yes, I have. Allow me to use your own diagram. Nibiru comes from the outer reaches of our solar system out here, and it comes in through our solar system and wreaks all kind of havoc, and then it goes back out again. Okay? Next question. If they have, why aren't they reporting it to the Minor Planet Center? Because they're Illuminati. Why aren't they notifying astronomers around the world to also have a look at it? Well, because when our astronomers, like Robert Harrington, who we love, have a look at it, they tend to die shortly afterwards. So we really don't want our astronomers looking at it, because we want them alive. Next question. If Nibiru is more massive than Jupiter and is closer to us than Jupiter, why isn't it clearly visible to the naked eye? Jupiter and Saturn are clearly visible to the naked eye in the night sky. Well, that's a very easy answer. That's because Nibiru is invisible until it no longer needs to be invisible, and the mask of the blue and red star Cassini comes off for all to see. Next question. Brown dwarfs have temperatures of around 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, similar to lava, and emit red-orange light. A brown dwarf star between Jupiter and Mars would look like a bright red star. Yes, and you assholes keep telling us it's Mars. So, where is Nibiru? Up your ass. What kind of object is it? It's the kind of object that's up your ass. Why can't astronomers around the world see it? Because they die. If there is no concrete evidence for Nibiru, why is it made out to be a certainty by some? Well, that's because we're certain it's up your ass. Next question. Up your ass. I kind of like that survey. Look of love, signing out. Okay, so I know that I was a tad sarcastic in some of my answers to the survey, and being a believer in Nibiru, the last thing I want to do is make fun. But I'm kind of making fun of the people that don't believe in Nibiru because in reality the scientific information that points towards its existence, it would take more faith to not believe in Nibiru when faced with all the technical information and data suggesting that it in fact exists, okay? So let me just follow up by including some of that technical data, okay? Excuse me. This is an abstract. Session 46, Solar System Display Session. The Search for Planet X, and it is by R.S. Harrington. A 10th solar system planet has been predicted to exist out beyond the orbit of Neptune. Based on the perturbations in the orbits of Uranus and Neptune, the planet is predicted to be located currently in the part of the southern sky most accessible in the northern summer season. A search has been underway since 1978, using instruments in DC, Chile, and systematically since 1986 in New Zealand. To date, plates covering 6% of the sky have been obtained and blinked. As more modern positional observations of Uranus and Neptune come in, the location prediction can be refined, and the search continued from the USNO Black Birch Astrometric Observatory in New Zealand. We love you, Harrington. This is another abstract, author C. Powell. It's called A Mathematical Search for Planet X. Okay. It is proposed that the systematic residuals in the positions of Uranus and Neptune may be due to an unknown planet, Planet X, using the weighted least squares method. The orbit and mass of Planet X were computed from the residuals of Uranus. It is concluded that, if it exists, Planet X will be the 10th planet. However, it may not be the 10th planet from the Sun, since the computed semi-major axis is a little less than Pluto's. Planet X's perihelion, like Pluto's, is inside the orbit of Neptune. Okay, here's the last one I'm gonna, I guess, throw out there today. It's another abstract. This one's called The Constraints on Planet X, Nemesis from Solar System's Inner Dynamics. We use the corrections to the standard Newtonian, Einsteinian, perihelion precessions of the inner planets of the solar system recently estimated by E.V. Pijeva by fitting a huge planetary dataset with the dynamical models of the EPM ephemerides to put constraints on the position of a putative yet undiscovered large body X of mass mx to, I don't know, the second power, not modeled in the EPM software. The direct action of X on the inner planets can be approximated by a elastic hook-type radial acceleration plus a term of comparable magnitude having a fixed direction in space pointing towards X. The perihelion precessions induced by them can be analytically worked out only for some particular positions of X in the sky. In general, numerical calculations are used. We show that the indirect effects of X on inner planets through its actions on outer ones can be neglected given the present-day level of accuracy in knowing. As a result, we find that Mars yields the tightest constraints with the tidal parameter. To constrain Rx, we consider the case of rock ice planet with the mass of Mars and the Earth, a giant planet with the mass of Jupiter, a brown dwarf with mx equals 80 m, Jupiter, a red dwarf with m equals 0.5 m solar, I'm assuming m equals mass here, and a sun mass body. For each of them, we plot R minimum x as a function of the heliocentric latitude, whatever that symbol is, and longitude. We also determine the forbidden spatial region for X by plotting its boundary surface in the three-dimensional space. It shows significant departures from spherical symmetry. A Mars-sized body can be found at not less than 70 to 85 AU. Such bounds are 147 to 175 AU, 1006 to 1200 AU, 4,334 to 5170 AU, 8113 to 9524 AU, and 10,222 to 12,000 AU for a body with a mass equal to that of the Earth, Jupiter, a brown dwarf, red dwarf, and Sun, respectively. So, don't give me this crap that there's not scientific, concrete information, because it's there, okay? So, up your ass. Look of love, signing off.